The question is the motion be agreed to. I call the member for Ride.
Thank you, Speaker, and I rise to oppose the motion. And look, I've got to say to the member for Blacktown, I really do take umbrage with a motion that seeks to condemn a former government, but proposes in no way a suggestion of their own. And that is particularly egregious, given that you are, of course, sitting on the government benches. And so my comments to future speakers from the government is to come forward with plans and initiatives and ideas, not that single focused vision in the rear vision mirror, because we know that governments are there to deliver for the future, not to focus on the past. That's what people expect in all of your electorates, as in mine as well. Condemnation, followed by self-aggrandisement, followed by platitude, is no way to occupy the time of this House. And this government has demonstrated time and time again, Speaker, that it doesn't have an agenda of its own. And so what it seeks to do is fill time with reviews, with virtues and an abundance of minor amendments to legislation. And that's what we've had to sit through. And since my election, I've been underwhelmed by the lack of vision. But this motion, of course, speaks to under-resourcing, and so I want to get to that. But let's remember who built Blacktown and Mount Druitt Hospital, because if they want to talk about under-resourcing, they've first got to talk about delivery and building. So let's talk about that. And we know that it wasn't your party, it wasn't your party, it wasn't you, and it wasn't your government. It was, of course, the former Liberal and National Coalition government. And so let's talk about what we get in the Blacktown and Mount Druitt Hospital redevelopment, two very significant stages. I'm going to go through stage one. I've done some research into this, and I want to read it to you. I think you might learn a few things. $700 million project over two stages. Stage one incorporating $300 million. The Blacktown and Mount Druitt Hospital redevelopment was the first stage of major upgrades to the hospital campuses. You could say thank you instead of coming in here and condemning the former government. The overall redevelopment project sees the Blacktown campus transformed from a community hospital that served the local area for many years into a major metropolitan health facility servicing the growing northwestern suburbs of Sydney. Now, I appreciate this. I'm in a growth community myself, and investments in capital infrastructure projects and new hospitals are vitally important. There are acute service building. You get a new inpatient building adjacent to the existing
I apologise, member for Ride. The time for consideration for general business notices of motion or orders of the day not being bills has now expired, but you'll be able to pick up where you left off when we're back next Thursday in June.
Come on back.
We're looking forward to the continuation of your contribution, and then hopefully you're there too, member for Kellyville.
But you won't be able to pick up on a Friday because there'll be no debates on the Friday.
We'll be picking up on a Thursday. That's not going to change. And the